Rugby League State of Origin series, with thousands of fans converging on Sydney for the contest. At the same time, there's been criticism of the rampant alcohol advertising at the game. Health authorities are warning that young Australians are being taught to associate sport with drinking. A major health group, St Vincent's Australia, has called for a total alcohol ban at sporting events similar to the tobacco advertising ban. And a former league great has joined the campaign. Matt Peacock reports.
It's one of the most popular sporting events of the year.
Go Queensland!
The State of Origin Rugby League series, drawing crowds from across the nation, with millions more glued to the television.
And the game 105, the decider, is underway.
But embedded in all of it, there's a consistent message: drink alcohol. Alcohol ads are everywhere you look. And according to some, it's time it stopped.
We've got to switch off from this thing that says sport is about alcohol, winning is about alcohol. It's not.
But even as the sporting heroes of a nation were limbering up for tonight's big game, the signs from their sponsors were ever present.
We've got kids now looking at and admiring New South Wales State of Origin or Queensland State of Origin players and watch them and pretend to be them or whatever. But when it comes to alcohol and when it comes to gaming too, there are a lot of people that are going to, I guess, to have too much, whatever, and that can be a problem.
Last week, Sydney's tabloid The Daily Telegraph even ran a special State of Origin promo, offering free beer giveaways to fans. That was a step too far for league legend Steve Ella.
I was in Lismore at a rugby carnival last weekend, and I'd heard and seen a lot of 13, 14-year-old kids chasing the paper to try and get the vouchers so they can actually go and get some free cans or get someone to get the free cans from. So they were talking about how they could get these cans and how they wanted to get hold of them. So, I mean, to me, that was a major problem where the target audience is being met. And so these young kids are starting to think that it's okay to go and collect alcohol.
Here we are giving away a drug that kills 5,500 people a year in Australia. It causes 175,000 people each year to go to hospital. So this is just a real terrible message to give the community.
I've had a VB a couple of times or whatever, or a Tui's new or whatever, but, and to put it into a blue form, I'd like to think that the NRL could come back and think, how can we do this in a better way, rather than giving every person that bought a ticket a New South Wales-fied VB can or a stubby or whatever. I think there needs to be more thinking of that, how it can assist their sponsor, should it be alcohol.
Neither the NRL nor the breweries will be interviewed today on St Vincent's call for a ban. Carlton United stated its promotions are heavily regulated and targeted at over 18-year-olds. More than 15,000 of its free alcohol coupons were redeemed.
I think it's really sad that one of the best sporting events in the world, and it has to be said, it's recognised as one of the global events in sport, has to have that link to alcohol when there's so many other people who could sponsor that sport that could be good.
So it doesn't matter whether we're talking about the NRL, AFL, Cricket Australia or Rugby Union in this country, they've all got the same contracts, which mean at the end of the day the alcohol industry wins in these discussions. And that's what we have to stop in this country if we're going to look after our children.
Excessive alcohol consumption is a major social problem for Australia, believes St Vincent's, and costs society dearly.
The cost of alcohol-based harm is over $20 billion a year. 157,000 people a year going to hospital just because of alcohol every year. There's about 15 people dying a day. 60% of crime involves alcohol, domestic violence, largely driven by alcohol.
St Vincent's doesn't just want the linkage between sport and alcohol advertising broken, it also wants New South Wales's controversial early lockout laws copied nationwide.
The evidence from New South Wales is quite incredible. When they brought in laws to close the bottle shops at 10 p.m, assaults reduced by 10% or just under 10% in a year, just by that one simple change.
Our city has been mismanaged for
But
decades.
is it fair to stop everyone from drinking to prevent the excesses of a few?
We can have safe streets, we can have well-run entertainment precincts, and we can be kept safe and also allow nightlife to thrive. That's why we're here today.
It doesn't matter if you watch Origin with your dad's dad, or even your dad's dad's dad.
Hundreds of fans will see tonight's game, and hundreds of thousands will see the message that alcohol drinking is as healthy and wholesome as their sport. But some football legends wish there were another way.
There's only one way to celebrate.
Cheers, Grandad. Is there a better way that we can help them in growing their market, or can we pick up different sponsors? It's up to the NRL.
I think advertising should be banned at all sporting events. I think you shouldn't associate sport and alcohol and success with alcohol. I'd agree with St Vincent's around cancelling or take the sponsorship out of sport whatsoever.